Hello friends, Adam here with FED. Today we're going to be talking about some Fire Emblem crossover ideas as brought to you by the FED Discord. If you want to be a part of this Discord, there's a link in the description. If you go to that link, accept the invite, you will then be welcomed in to the Fire Emblem Discussion Discord server, where you can have fun conversations with like-minded people and fans of the series. So today I sent a message out to everyone and asked them, I told them they have 10 minutes to give me their best crossover ideas because I wanted to feature them in this video. So we are going to go through some of these ideas and the ones that I think are the most interesting and ones that I think are a little half-baked, maybe probably wouldn't work. And really I'm only going to try and look at the ones that people were taking it seriously, more or less. So the first one that was taken seriously was Samuel Crone, who says Fire Emblem Cross Dragon Quest. And I think I think that kind of takes care of all of the RPGs. Fire Emblem mixed with any RPG is going to work. Whether they take Fire Emblem characters and put them in an RPG setting, or my preferred, take characters from Dragon Quest or from Final Fantasy or from the Tales of series and put them in to a Fire Emblem game system. And that would just work well. I mean, it's obvious that it's just a transfer of numbers and stuff, and instead of just turn-based battles or whatever else that RPG does, it is now a strategy RPG. It's now a grid-based system that you work with. So Fire Emblem across any RPG would be great. I would play it probably, and by probably I mean I would play it because I love Fire Emblem. So yeah. Whatever. I love Pokemon, Fire Emblem and Pokemon. Oh wait, yeah, Pokemon Conquest is a thing. Night Z, Xenoblade. Xenoblade was another really popular one. I think that one I'd prefer to see Fire Emblem characters in a Xenoblade setting, just because that would be cool and like a Xenoblade like playstyle. And again, more RPG Shin Megami Tensei. Although Shin Megami Tensei would be interesting with like how the weakness system and all that works. That could be interesting to work that into Fire Emblem. I'd actually be really intrigued by that. Final Fantasy, kind of your traditional RPG stuff. Fire Emblem Cross Love Live School Idol Festival. I think we kind of already got that with TMS. Fire Emblem Cross Zelda is like another big one that a lot of people said. Fire Emblem with Zelda would be great either way, in a more Fire Emblem-esque playstyle or in a more Zelda-esque playstyle. I would love to have like Marth running around Arcanea with like maybe even a party of like 2 other people on this quest where you solve puzzles and then you fight big bosses and have these really cool set pieces. That could be really, really cool and I'd be into it. But I think would be even for me personally, I think I might even enjoy having a Fire Emblem style game with Link is the main protagonist. You recruit Zelda, Impa, all these like different characters from all over the Legend of Zelda series would be really cool. I mean, with like Fire Emblem, with like Hyrule Warriors, they were able to take characters from different eras and put them in the same game. I think we could do something similar. So the story would be kind of lame probably, but it would still be fun. All things considered. Fire Emblem across Final Fantasy Tactics is interesting. But I don't know. That's basically what Three Houses is closer to Final Fantasy Tactics than we've ever gotten with Fire Emblem, with like how classes and stuff work. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how well Fire Emblem would do with like a true MP system that you see, like mana point system that you see in traditional RPGs and stuff. I think it could work, but I think I just prefer limited uses on spells and stuff rather than being able to like replenish with an item to use more spells. I think I even prefer like for Fire Emblem. I think I even prefer like how Gaiden and Echoes handled it, where your HP is your MP as well. So I think I like that more than having 2 separate bars. The thing with Fire Emblem, what makes it so unique and special, is that it is so simple that even it's a game that a child could understand and really understand and feel the power of your characters and feel the power of your enemy, rather than really needing to get down to the nitty-gritty of the numbers. So it's not as important. So it's not as important to really understand the minutia of things in Fire Emblem. And I think adding another system on top of what we already have would just like be another step in it's a little too much direction. Fire Emblem Cross Smash, ha ha ha, funny funny. Fire Emblem Cross Mega Man. I mean, did you play Project X Zone? We sure we want something like that? Fire Emblem with Kid Icarus. Oh, Fire Emblem with Kid Icarus characters, so cool. I love Pit. Palutena's great. Viridi's great. Even like Hades is a fun antagonist. I thought Hades was cooler than Medusa in Uprising at the very least. I really like Dark Pit's inclusion's fun too. I think that could be really fun. And the fact that Dark Pit, like spoilers for Kid Icarus Uprising. In 3, 2, 1. The fact that Dark Pit ends up becoming like a good guy, you know, or like, well, he becomes less of a villain, more of like an anti-hero, and like helps Pit and stuff, and helps Palutena. Good stuff. Good stuff. And the same goes for like Viridi too. Actually, that was just a cool game. Fire Emblem Cross Sonic, haha, 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 haha. Pokemon already been done. Digimon would just be Pokemon Conquest, but Digimon style. Berserk, I'm gonna pretend to not know. I was gonna say I'm gonna pretend to know what that is, but I can't even. So, Fire Emblem with CS:GO. Real talk, I would be into, like, if you guys have seen Valorant recently, I feel like Fire Emblem, like, so it's basically just like medieval CS:GO, you know, like there's guns, but there's also magic and stuff too. I don't know, it's weird, but I'd be into that. give me, you know, where every character, or it'd probably be closer to like Overwatch is probably more what I'm thinking for Fire Emblem with cross CS:GO. Fire Emblem cross Fire Emblem, ha ha ha. My Hero Academia. My nephew's really into that show, by the way. I've never watched it. I don't really watch anime. But Fire Emblem with My Hero Academia could be interesting. A lot of Fire Emblem Pokemons. It's been done, friendos. Been done. Modern FE with classic FE. Fire Emblem Generations. Like Sonic Generations. Now that is an idea. Oh no. Oh no. Then there's just a lot of... Master NX. He's not the only one that mentions this, but Fire Emblem and Soul Calibur, match made in heaven. That's one of my like ideal fighting games. Is Fire Emblem, Soul Calibur style. If I'm being honest, I haven't played Soul Calibur since Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube, but I love that game. I played it. I feel like I've played it recently. Even like Maggie and I used to get it out and play it every now and again, actually. So I love Soul Calibur 2 at the very least. I'm not the biggest fan past that, and by biggest fan I mean I haven't even touched it past that. But regardless, Fire Emblem with Soul Calibur would be so good, especially like, you know, like there's like the different weapons and like upgrading, like getting different and better weapons over time that have different effects. Oh, could be so cool. And then you throw like Link in there just for good measure because he was in the GameCube Soul Calibur 2. Ugh, good stuff, good stuff. Just a bunch more stuff that I think will be pretty similar as far... Oh, Kingdom Hearts would actually be interesting from Flame Champion. I think Kingdom Hearts would be a pretty fun one. I don't know. Those games just play well, especially like Kingdom Hearts 2. Big fan. Smash Bros. And FE style. Okay, Propazzi, that's actually sick. Super Smash Brothers. So you have all the Nintendo characters in a Fire Emblem style. That would be dope. I actually made like a role-playing kind of like tabletop game that was like kind of centered around that. It was actually kind of a fun idea at the time. It was cool though. Like we had characters like in it. I did it with a buddy. Like we had characters like, you know, Kirby and Mario and Samus and all that stuff. So that was pretty cool. That could be really fun. And then PK Lucky coming in hot with the really good idea that I would play to death: Fire Emblem and Dokapon Kingdom. So Dokapon Kingdom is probably is Maggie's favorite game ever. It is it's Monopoly meets an RPG. It's Monopoly meets Dragon Quest, or Monopoly meets Final Fantasy or something. It's very cartoony and happy and anime-y, and it's all about getting money, you know, leveling up, killing monsters and stuff. It's a grand old time, and then just On top of all that, it's played on like a Mario Party-esque like game board. Oh, it's so fun. It's a great game. Look up Dokapon Kingdom. It's on the PlayStation 2 and the Wii. So honestly, pretty easy to emulate if you have a decent, like even just like a decent computer. So like definitely look into that. It's pretty dope. It's a really fun game. A lot of fun to play with other people. Dokapon Kingdom, super fun. But I think that's gonna be it. That's all the suggestions we have. Originally, when I created this video, I was going to like had this video idea. I was just gonna talk about some ideas that I had and then go to the Discord. But then when I asked in the Discord, everyone basically took all my ideas, except for one that I just thought of again. And this is a big one. A Fire Emblem 2D platformer. What? Think Shovel Knight with Fire Emblem characters. And like make it so there's like 40 playable characters and they all have like a different move set or something, or they like, so everyone has like a single jump, but everyone has a different weapon, or even just like, even if they have, maybe there's different weapon types but different character skins you could go for. So what I mean by that is like if you have Rucker, Guy, and Joshua playable, they all have the same moveset because they're all sword masters, but they would be, so they'd all play functionally the same, but there would just be a different skin, and that could be really cool. I'd be into that. Oh man, give me 2D Fire Emblem platformer that is really well thought out and with a little bit of, with a few RPG elements. I wouldn't want it to be like a Metroidvania. I wouldn't want it to be like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, but I would love it to be a like true 2D side-scrolling platformer, like level to level to level progression. Oh, that'd be so good. I'd play the crap out of that. So yeah, again, I think like, I guess Mega Man, but more so thinking Shovel Knight. Fire Emblem crossed the presidents of the U.S. Now that is an idea. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Fire Emblem content and other gaming content that'll be coming your way. We've had, I want to say, had a great time doing all this, and we recently hit 8,000 subscribers, which, you know, awesome. Thank you guys for all subscribing, and if you aren't subbed, make sure to join. We're going to hit 10,000 soon, and then you can be one of those cool kids that says, oh, here before 10,000. Because FED isn't going anywhere anytime soon. We're going to be doing this for a while. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, subscribe for more, friendos.